So right now, Treasury is facing a new environment. Since crisis, regulations are changing, security is changing, there's a lot of changing environment right now. Treasury is trying to be a more strategic organization within our company. Treasury is looked at to help the organization grow and ways to help the organization think about risk across the company. Because Treasury deals with numerous risks, foreign exchange, commodities, interest rate, we're posed to have a lot of analytical skills, as well as we have resources at our hands. We work with our banks, we build relationships with different banks. IT is important to us, so dealing with IT is very critical in our role. We have ERP systems that we need to leverage, and Treasury does not typically have an IT resource that's dedicated to our group. So without IT resources, we're unable to move forward in a system, and we're unable to automate processes. I think of Treasury as a group that has changed pre- and post-crisis. Prior to the crisis, we had a group that was very insular. We operated together in a team, and usually if you didn't hear from Treasury, things were good. Post-crisis, Treasury has changed a lot. Treasury is getting out in the front of projects, and we're trying to work strategically internally and with our colleagues across the business. We look with our banks to help us build relationships, and we think of them as more than just service providers. We look to them to say, what is the best practice out there? What type of services should we be thinking about? What opportunities should we think about for the future? From an IT standpoint, we also see that IT resources are critical. Our staffing has not increased, it's actually decreased over time. So to get the right staff, you need to have people that are analytical, that can think about Treasury issues, but that also might have an IT interest. So can they leverage a solution? Can you use an ERP system with an Excel add-on to get the data you need to operate and make those decisions? So I think banking relationships are really important. To have banks that come out to you that first understand who you are. So come to us and understand our business. We are not the same business that every other company that you work with is. Everybody is unique in its own way. We operate differently. Our management might think of risks differently. So if you understand our business, we look to banks to first come out and understand us, and then to offer products or services or ideas for us to think about. So we don't want them to just keep coming and pitching services that make no sense to us. Our time is valuable, their time is valuable. It makes sense to have that relationship and understand what our needs might be in the future, and continuously to keep that dialogue open. We work with our banks regularly. We have quarterly discussions with them to understand what risks they might see coming down the line, what security issues they might think, what they understand on regulatory. There's so many regulatory changes right now in the industry. What are the banks doing, and how are they thinking about it? And that helps us build our case. So IT is very different in our company. We have a IT group that is right now focused on our ERP system. And because of that, a lot of the Treasury projects, which might not be related directly to that ERP system, means that the resource is unavailable to us. So for Treasury, you have to think strategically. You have to think outside of the box. It's not the same process. Maybe you can look to bring in an outside resource. We look at ourselves. So when we rolled out our ERP, we said, let's get involved at the beginning. Let's get on the ground and understand what we're building here, so that when we have questions in the future about configuration, we ourselves in the business can understand that, and we can explain what our needs are to the business. We also look to build a relationship with them. So IT has similar issues. They have a lot of projects that they are facing, and they know that they too have to get some work done for the company. The company says we have all these priorities, and CIS says, well, we only have so many resources as well. So we partner with CIS. It's important to build those relationships. I have joked with people, go over and take them out for lunch, have a meeting with somebody, and really build that one-on-one relationship, so when times are tough and you really need something, they can get something done for you.